There we go.
Nah. All right, shalom, shalom, shalom. The Hebrew Israelites, GMS Louisiana Saints, we come out week in and week out to prophesy the downfall of this wicked queendom. All right, spiritual Rome, spiritual Egypt, spiritual Sodom. All right, which is America. That whore that sit upon many waters, man, and the Most High will surely come. Though the vision, though it tarry, wait for it, man. All right, well, it surely will not tarry, man. So we out here giving our due diligence as we do week in and week out. She ain't trying to take it. Yeah, we do our due diligence week in and week out, man. It's just another weekend, and we're watching the downfall of Babylon right before our eyes, man. All right? Everything that's going on in the media right now is according to prophecy, man. You got famines, you got pestilence that's going on, all right? You got wars and rumors of wars, and ultimately it's leading up to that great moment where Yahushua cracks those clouds, man, whom the world ignorantly calls Jesus Christ, man. All right? Well, without further ado, we're going to jump straight into it. We're going to face the east, all right, Salaki, and give all praises and glory to Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahushua, Ba'ashem, Harakakadash. Double honors to the positive great millstone, who rule well and teach well, and are worthy of the double honors. Peace and blessings to you, Aki, pushing out this truth across the four corners during these last 6 of time, man. All right, we're here in Lafayette, Louisiana, and this place is desolate, man. It's going to be even more desolate when those nuclear missiles hit. But we out here giving our due diligence because, all right, we're fainting not. Somebody could get that. I think it's a Proverbs. If thou faint in the day of adversity, thy strength is small, man. So we're proving that our strength is large, man, by coming out here and doing our due diligence, because with so much folly and wickedness going on in the world, the Most High is broadcasting us, and He's going to make us enlarge it in the earth, man. We're going to be those famous men of renown, man. All right, we are those men of old, man. You're looking at Lord willing, those Noahs, those Moses, the Jobs, the Isaiahs, the Malachis, all right, the Jeremiahs of our time, man. All right, standing in our light in these last 6 of time, man. All right, you got it, man.
Well, we out here. This is Revelations chapter 13, verse 14. It says, and deceiveth. So I'm just going to 13. It says, and he doeth great wonders, so that he maketh fire come down from heaven on earth in the sight of men.
That's right, man. And that's the wonders of this devil, man. He ultimately did that, man. Hiroshima, Nagasaki, man. All right, he did those things, man. We know what Esau is capable of on the left-hand side, but guess who controls the left-hand side, man? The Most High, man. Somebody can get that. The deceived and the deceiver are his, man. So whether you working on the left-hand side or the right-hand side, you're still controlled by the Most High. So, but it will behoove you to be on the right-hand side, man, with the righteous, with the remnant, which is the hopeful elect. You got that.
And deceiveth them that dwell on the earth by the means of those miracles which he had power to do in the sight of the beast.
Right, he has the power to patent this so-called crack scene, man. He has the power to distribute it out through the earth and claim that it's 90% effective in the past 6 months, man. But your tongue has fallen upon yourself, man, because you've claimed that this crack scene is 90% effective, right? But there's videos that came out that you got healthcare professionals that are in these hospitals saying that the people that are actually in the hospitals getting sick with this pestilence are those that have been crack seen, man. All right?
Even make a quick point. Mm-hmm. You just had a new article that said basically all the workers at CNN that works at CNN, none of them not even wearing masks and haven't been vaccinated. Nothing is wrong with them, man.
You know? And if I can to piggyback on what the brother said, this devil his tongue followed upon him, because this devil, Biden, he says that over 350 million of the population been vaccinated, but the population only consists of 331 million.
And another thing to think about to show that it's all according to his agenda and what he's really wanting to do. Because he tell you, hey, if you don't get it, you fuck. If you do get it, you're fucked. So all it is just to get the people stirred up and roused up to go into that rebellion stage. So now that he has to lock it down, now that he has to enforce martial law, now he has to do the things that he want to do. Now he can maintain the population and just add them to it.
Order out chaos.
Yep, order out chaos, and that's what he's wanting to do. So he'll tell you, if you don't get it, you fuck. But if you get it, it's supposed to save you, but you're fucked.
And that's what he's really pushing. Is he's continuously pushing out that spirit of confusion. Yeah. You telling this side they fuck, you telling this side they fuck. So everybody gonna be like, well, damn, I ain't got shit. Damn, you do got shit. And this shit happening because you ain't gonna get your shit. But we looking at you, see, you got all kind of knots and shit on your head.
Yep.
You know,
Yeah.
and all that brings forth this what the brother said, division.
Yep. It starts a war with the people also.
Yep.
You know, it's gonna be the vaccinated against the non-vaccinated, because there's an image that was put out, and it was like it was one lady with a mask on, and she got vaccinated, and she had bumps and shit all over her, and she looked at the one that didn't have a mask on, pointing the finger at her, saying, "You're the reason I'm like this." You know. Yep. So that's them. You know, and then you got these articles coming out about people that radicalize and people of a religious background and people that's, you know, anti-COVID and shit like that. That's what they're targeting. That's what the war is going to be against. So say extremists, man. It's all a part of the agenda, but we know the target, man.
That's right. The target is the children of Israel, man. Right. You got it out.
It says, read on, it says, saying to them that dwell on the earth, that they should make an image to the beast which had the wound by the sword and did live.
That's right, man. Which had that wound by the sword and did live. And that image, which is that beast system, if you're an antichrist, that means you're against a Mashiach, man. The system is an antichrist. All right? You got political leaders in the society that are antichrist. Because what? Their agenda goes against the Most High. EU and NATO, their agenda goes against the Most High, man. You got sports entertainers. All these people have an agenda that's contrary to the scriptures, man. And they're antichrist, man. So you're giving life to that image when you go down and you get in that long line filled with 100 people and you take that juice, man. You're giving life to that image when you go down to these polls and you vote for the left or the right ring, even though it's the same bird, man. All right? When you go out in this society and you do what? You cater to the facilities of Esau, Edom, man. And we're not doing that. We're against this system. The scriptures tell you our head is hard against theirs, man. Whether it be a 2/3, whether it be a heathen nation, man. According to this word, we're going to debate you, man, and bring and draw you out, man. All right? For your judgment.
That's how ultimately our people give life to the system, is because they're basically putting out a spirit of showing that they need Esau Edom, man. That's how you give life to somebody. You know, you keep this. Ultimately, when you think about life, you think about what blood and how things flow. You know, so you're keeping this system flowing because you're putting it out there that you really trust and you need them, bro.
Yeah,
to go and get their benefits.
It also ties back to power. You know, you're giving this person the power to do the things that he ought by bowing down before him and saying you're going to do this. Because one thing about, you know, and this is it's just a life lesson in general. If someone can say something to make you angry, that means you gave them power over you.
So to make you mad.
Right? So you jakes out here submitting yourselves before this devil, you're giving him the power which he needs to infiltrate and say, well, all of them got it, why y'all different? Well, let's kill him. And that's what the scriptures say that what? He that slayed you, thinking that he do it the godly service, man.
That's right out there. Listen, we'll bring that out. That Psalm 64.
This is the book of Psalms, chapter 64, verse 1. Hear my voice, O power, in my prayer. Preserve my life from fear of the enemy.
The fear of the enemy. Who's our enemy? Esau, Edom, man. So we're asking the Lord to preserve our life, man. Don't forsake us in this time, man, because although we're doing the works, we still call ourselves what? Hopeful elect. We're rehearsing the righteous acts. So we're in rehearsal mode, but also we have in the back of our mind, well, nobody else is going on the highways and byways. Right. Nobody else is coming in the name of Yahweh Shem Yahushua. We gotta be those men, man. That's that faith that we have within us, man. Because what's everybody else doing? That we had this over the past year and a half, they had this mass pestilence that hit the earth. All right, you have ample amount of time to chill inside, read, research the scriptures, get your so-called mind right? What did our people want to do? Begging to go back to outside, begging to give life to this image, man. Because ultimately they don't want America to be destroyed, man. They want America to keep going on and keep going on. We want America to be destroyed because we know the truth, and we know that we're going to get more in the kingdom than we ever got here, man. Yeah. All right, this is crumbs compared to what we're going to receive. The scriptures say, my father's house has many mansions, man. All right?
You people could actually expect, because keep in mind, they're going to say all the ones that's vaccinated, we're going to be basically restricted from going everywhere. So while you got all these motherfuckers that took the jab out, hey, bro, you can expect to see a lot of those people drop dead, bro.
Hell yeah.
You know? And guess what? We'll be in safety, bro. You know? And that's prophecy in itself.
Like backing you up. Me and the brother was talking, man, about the life expectancy of those who have received that jab. All right, it's less than 2 years, man. Now you You can take that with a grain of salt if you want, but we know what's in that, all right? We know what you receive and actually what it's capable of turning you into once those 5G towers get in power, man.
Yeah.
This place is going to be a living zombie land, man. That's why the brother, I think y'all said this last week on the CDC website. The CDC, the Salakia, I ain't gonna say it like that, but the website, they got preparation for a zombie apocalypse, man. Yeah. And that's supposed to be a high time website. Why are they throwing something in there like that? It's not gonna happen.
Yeah, you know they not gonna falsify nothing.
Yeah, that's the same people that you trusted in. They telling you this shit, but guess what? You so idiotic and docile that you're not even worried about. The only time Jay go on the CDC.gov is when they want to find out when they get motherfucking stimulus back and shit, bro.
Hey,
that's the only time, bro.
And that verse, it holds a lot of power. You can read it one more time just from the beginning that the brother had you read, Sean.
Psalm 64:1, hear my voice, O power, in my prayer.
And that's the point that I want to touch. It says, hear my voice, O power. He's talking to Yahweh Shah, but he's showing you who he's giving power to, who he's submitting to, right? While everyone else is out here submitting to Esau and trying to give him the little bit of power that he's hoping to establish, which the Lord is going to cut him off in his tracks. He's telling you, hey, I'm praying to my power. I'm praying to the person that I'm giving the power to, who's giving me strength and giving me power. Who I'm trusting in, whose system that he's trusting in. I'm trusting in the system of Yahweh Shah, man.
And that's a faith-based system, bro. Hey, that's a good point, because King David, he was here in America, man. All right? And he prophesied about America, man. About being here in America, man. In slavery, as a slave, man. All right? You keep going on that.
And that same spirit translated to the elect, man. Because keep in mind, right now, we're spiritually building up the house of David, man. Yep. You know, so the elect is going to be dwelling within the, what he said, the strong tower. You know, the Lord's name is a strong tower. You know, only the righteous run into it.
And it's safe.
And it's safe, man. So we're ultimately within a safe house. And we're going to be doing the same thing that King David did. The same thing that Yahweh Shah did. All right? The same thing that the men of old did, man. And what? We're going to be secure, you know, if we be of that small remnant.
Right. You got it, man.
Verse 2, hide me from the secret counsel of the wicked.
Okay, keep going.
From the insurrection of the workers of iniquity.
Because that's what they do in these labs, man. That's that secret counsel, man. They come out with all these so-called scenes, but you people are led as a sheep to the slaughter, because you go in these lines and you take it, not knowing what's in it, not knowing what's within it, not knowing they got a mad satanic-driven scientists in these labs cooking these things and muster them up. And who are the hosts that they're preparing it for, man? You so-called Native Americans, Latinos, and Negroes, man. Because you're the children of the Most High. You're the people with the most work on the planet Earth, man. Even though we're the lowest state, man, we've been beaten, robbed, murdered, raped out of our nationality, but we're still the elect. The Most High, the elect is going to come from these 12 tribes, man. All right? And it says that secret counsel of the wicked, because that's what Esau loves to do. He'll go in these labs because he know that Jake loves the educational system, so he'll sound educational with it. He know that Jake loves the political system, so he'll patent it into the laws, make a way for it to get into the laws. He know you love his military, so he'll put the military on first front and tell you, look, I'm a Marine, I got it. I'm in the National Guard, I got it, man.
And keep in mind, he's putting all these things before you, but guess what? Every one of these things and these systems and these corporations that he's setting up, it comes with a gift. And that's what really intrigues Jake to take heed to this shit. It's coming with a gift. What does the script say, man? Gift destroys the heart, man. Yeah. You know, you could get into a army system and get a certain amount of money every week and just to drive a charge and shit. But guess what, man? They gonna put you in front line when this shit happens. You ain't gonna be able to drive this shit no more, bro.
And if I can add, in that verse, it said, hide me from the secret counsel. Properly. You know, so it's basically telling you, this is how he made war against the remnant of Yahweh Shah. He probably shoot his darts. He probably shoot his arrows at them, man. By, like the brothers going into, by them making these articles and going, like the brothers say, they go into their labs, making their concoctions and making all of these things. That's them probably shooting at the righteous, man.
I got a quick for you. This is 2nd Ezra chapter 16, and I started verse 68. It says, for behold, the burning wrath of the great multitude is kindled over you, and they shall take away certain of you and feed you, being idle with things offered unto idols. And they that consent, right? They that consent, that bow down, that ultimately take heed, take the jab, it says unto them shall be had in derision and in reproach and tried underfoot. So either way it goes, you lose, right? It says, "For there shall be in every city and in the next cities a great insurrection." All right, a great insurrection upon those that fear the Lord. So that's what the same thing that King David saw far off, man. Hide me from what? That insurrection. All right, because we're gonna be the ones targeted when all hell breaks loose, man.
Hey, and what you just said about them bowing down to the system, man, because it's gonna come a time where you gotta pick what side you on, man, and people are picking it now, man. We've obviously chosen our side, man. Whether it's driving an hour away, all right, hour away here, 2 hours away there, just to come and serve the Lord, man. Just to prophesy the downfall of Babylon, man. So the Most High has reserved us, all right, for salvation, and the rest are reserved for damnation, destruction. You got it, right? I'm just backing you up, all right?
This is Romans chapter 11, verse 4. It says, "What said the answer of the Most High to him? I have reserved to myself 7,000 men who have not bowed to the knee of the image of Baal."
That's right, and that 7,000 goes into completion, man, all right? And that Baal goes into what? The system, man. Ancient deity, man. An idol, man. That you people still serve. Confusion, man. All right, and what is Baal? Babylon. Confusion, man. So you people are serving and giving light to this image like the brother brought out in Revelation 13, not knowing that giving light to the image is going to have you casted in that lake of fire, man. And then they had an article that came out that, man, I'm trying to think what his status was in America. But it was an Edomite, man. He said that this scene, this crack scene, is simultaneous with that MOB, man. So you people are unknowingly taking this and knowingly taking it, man, because Jake is talking about, me and the brother was talking about this, man. Jake is out here saying, company put pressure on me, man. White put pressure on me. I had to go get the jail, man. Well, you lost out on the chance of your salvation, man.
Which proves that what? It's not Israel homeborn slave.
Yeah.
You see, it shows that that's their whole purpose, bro. They want to constantly come and continue to get their backs beaten, bro, for Edom, to keep his corporation and his stocks going on, bro.
That also goes to show you that these people have no fucking root, man.
Yep.
Meanwhile, the men of the Lord, hey, man, you're not going for that shit, man.
There's somebody who weak-minded people who ain't got the jab, and they got it because they friend got it. They friend got COVID, so they got the jab.
Yep.
But they wasn't gonna get it before.
Yep.
As soon as they got that little quick skill, I probably can get the jab.
You probably can catch it.
Yeah, I can probably
And
catch
they
it. Let me go get the jab.
And they tell the ones that do got it, you're in a worse condition than the motherfucker that don't got it. Yet you get all this shit to supposedly cure you fully, right? But you still gotta walk around this bitch with a mask on.
Yeah.
Like, bro, what type of confusion is that, bro?
You taking it and you can still get the.
When you catch it, when you take it, you get that shit.
They saying that the craxinator is the super spreaders, man.
Yep.
Y'all spreading them faster than anybody else, man. So you know what? That's the Most High, man. All right.
And that just proves, like, not to cut you off, that just proves that Esau is a physician of no value, man, because that's supposed to be a so-called, cure or a help or an aid, but that's just making them worse, man.
Now, when you cure somebody, you ain't got to go back and do that work over again. Look at Yahushua when he was walking the scene. When he cured somebody, did he have to go back? Hey, don't go around nobody. You might spread it to somebody.
Did Yahushua ever do a botched miracle?
Did he ever pierce somebody with some shit? Did Yahushua ever pierce somebody with some shit, bro? He told other people, bro, just like you believe in which goes back to what that divine intervention, man. That's how you gonna have 1,000 falling left, but 10,000 falling to your right, man. That's the miracles and things that Yahweh is about to play upon earth once again, man.
All right, Romans 11 and 5, it says, "Even so, then at this present time, also there's a remnant according to the election of grace."
Right, a remainder, and it says according to the election of grace, man. Because like the brother said, Yahushua came on the scene and went through all those things. We were talking about this before camp, man. He went through all that persecution, and then they got a breakdown of all the elements that were hurt on his body, man. The weight that was put on him, all right, when he was crucified, going through the whole thing, man. So we were talking about that, and Yahushua came on the scene for what? For Israel's sake, man. And he went through all that, knowing that, like the brother said, knowing he could have destroyed them, man. Knowing he could have came up off that cross and what, and just put them all down, man. But he did that for Israel's sake, man. So we got a lot to be thankful for, and we got a lot of work to do, man. That's why we out here consistently, man, because we know what's to come. All right?
All right, just backing up that Isaiah 53, and I'm gonna start at 5. Straight to it says, "But he was wounded for our transgressions, he was bruised for our iniquities, our transgressions."
Our transgressions, man. All right? Forgive them, they know not what they do, man. It's talking about us, man. Our sins. Okay? But also, the scriptures also tell you we don't have a license to sin. So once you come into this truth and you start willfully sinning and going out there and doing the things and partaking in the things you once were in the world, after you receive this acknowledgement, there's no sacrifice for sin, man.
And that's what you have. All you have is once, because the scripture tell you that the elect were brought with a price, man. That price was what, the blood of Yahushua. You know, so once that blood has been shed, you know, by way of through the Spirit upon you, you know, all you have is the elect basically paying Yahushua right back, man. Which we can't even fully pay the Lord back, man. You know, we can't outgive the Lord, man, for what he went through, you know, for the elect. You know, but that's why I tell you that we're in a state of working out our salvation, man. You know, with fear and trembling. But you don't know what the Lord will bring forth, man. You know, the Lord could easily take that spirit right away from you. You know? That's why you really got to give diligence, man.
It says, he was, I'm gonna start over, but he was wounded for our transgressions, he was bruised for our iniquities.
Bruised. It tells you in the scriptures that it pleased Yahweh to bruise Yahushua, man. Because he knew the glory was to come. Yahushua was that lamb that sacrificed. He was that sacrifice in that physical realm of time, but in the spiritual realm, which is America. Look at all the glory that the Most High is gonna come, that Yahushua is gonna come back with, according to the scriptures, man. Yes, he was that lamb, but that lamb is worthy. Who's worthy to open up the seals, man, and open up the books, man? Who's gonna stand back on that chariot and lift up no instrument of war or anything, man? Yahushua, man. Okay, so he's coming. He ultimately died for that purpose, but it was for the greater good. Like Esau likes to say, yeah, a couple people died, but it was for the greater good of the rest of them. Yeah, man, Yahushua, he was crucified, but it was great. It was for the greater good of Israel, man. Because look at all the things we're gonna inherit, man. We're gonna have rulership of all the heathen nations. We're gonna see all our enemies under our footstool. We're gonna have many mansions, many chariots. The law is gonna be instilled in our inward parts. The earth is gonna rejoice at us being in rulership, man. It's gonna be total righteousness, man.
Us getting another chance, you know, us simply just getting another chance and being able to do things that are pleasing to Yahweh. That's what he came for, bro. And he loved us so much that he didn't want to see us go out the way that we would have went out if he wouldn't have came.
This back up the point. This is Romans chapter 5, and I'm gonna start at verse 6. It says, "For when we were yet without strength, in due time Hamashiach died for the ungodly. For scarcely for a righteous man will one die, yet peradventure for a good man some would even dare to die."
Yep.
You see? And that's what Yahushua did, man. Yahushua took upon that great burden. That's why when you jump to the 9th chapter, Apostle Paul say, "I wish that I could be accursed, man. You know, I wish I could do the same thing Yahushua did.
Yep.
You know, and lay down my life for the elect, man."
I mean,
All right.
you gotta go ahead.
This is First Timothy chapter 2, and I'm gonna start at 5. It says, "For there is one God and one mediator between God and men, the man Hamashiach Yahushua, who gave himself a ransom for all."
For what?
For all.
No, before that.
Ransom.
He said,
Ransom.
gave himself a ransom for all to be testified in due time.
Gave himself. You got it, Doc.
And that's why I say that what most like
Yeah, he gave himself in due time for all, man. All right, because he died for a rebellious nation, chiefly the elect, to be testified in due time. And what's that due time? That due time is now, man.
Yeah.
All right, because we know that Yahushua, man, he died for his precious elect, man,
Yeah.
for the redemption of sin.
Yeah, kind of when you go into that all, you know, what make it a beautiful point is when they said we know that when he died himself, he died just for his elect. Now the scripture, you know, Jacob take that and say that, well, it says he died for all. So that means everybody. Well, now, Yahushua came and died for his elect to be able to come and do the things that they're doing now. But by him dying, he passed his spirit to his elect. so that they can die and bring
Him back.
back the nation of Israel, man. Because the scripture tell you that our consolation, like to bring it out, our consolation, which is salvation, abounded in Yahweh Shah. He came and died and brought us back, and it says their consolation abounded within you, right? So I'm gonna read this real quick. This is John 16:7, just to show, to back up that point. That's the spirit, just to back up that point that Yahweh Shah didn't die for all, but he died for his elect, right? So that's what it says. And the reason he said all is because he knew that when he died, he was going to send us out in the world, right? It says, nevertheless, I tell you the truth. This is Yahweh Shah speaking to the disciples. He's not talking to everybody. It says, it is expedient, it's profitable for you, for you that I go away, so that I go and I die. It's profitable for you, right?
Because the only way we could inherit the kingdom, which is what ultimately did beautiful bigger picture, is if Yahweh Shah died, and then what the prophets would come out and prophesy, and then what the end was going to come.
That's right, because if Yahweh Shah wouldn't have died, that Holy Spirit, that Lashawan Kudat, it wouldn't have came on to us.
Yeah, that's what
I think it's that.
Nah, go make your point. I'll make your point.
Because I think it's like the comforter, because like the Holy Spirit gonna come on to us because of Yahweh Shah perishing, man.
Now here you go, right here.
Got it.
This is John 16:7. Nevertheless, I tell you the truth. It is expedient for you that I go away. For if I go not away, the Comforter will not come unto you. But if I depart, I will send him unto you. And when he is come, he will reprove the world of sin. Now it's telling you that spirit that I'm going to send before you is going to divert your whole path. That's why the scriptures tell you a heart devises his way, but the Lord directed this stuff, because that Comforter that the Lord is going to send is going to divert you and tell you, hey, reprove the wickedness and the darkness of this world. It says, reprove the world of sin, because that's what Yahweh Shah did, right? It says, in of righteousness and of judgment. It says, of sin, because they believe not on me, of righteousness, because I go to my Father, and ye see me no more. So I go back, I go away. And that's why he said, what, for a little while, you will see me no more. But for yet a little while, we'll be joined back together, man.
He had to reprove us. Hey, they got one more verse.
It
said of judgment.
Yeah. It say, which one? You want me to read 11?
Yeah,
I'll read it again, yeah. It says, of judgment, so like I'm going to read 10 so it can make it sense. Okay. It says, of righteousness, because I go to my Father, and ye see me no more. That was a righteous thing, right? It says of judgment, because the prince of this world is judged.
So what happens when a king dies? He has to pass ultimately everything down. That's the same thing that Yahweh Shah did to his elect.
Yep.
You know, because that's why I said
generational wealth.
That's why I said we are the sons of Yahweh Shah.
Yeah.
What? Yahshua, we are the princes of the power.
Yep.
You see?
That's
so all of those things,
If I can add, I had did that video on the generational wealth. He passed it down. And I just wanted to add real quickly, brother. Got it. It said that if yet children, then heirs. Right? So we're the children and the sons of the Lord. We are yet heirs to inherit what? The kingdom of heaven. Heir basically means it's something left in store for you to take after your father goes away. Inheritance. And that promise was that we will inherit the kingdom of heaven, man.
Hey, if I can say real quick, it said in the verse 8, the brother said he will reprove the world of sin. Who's that talking about? That's talking about Israel.
Yep.
Who would have lost that commandments and the ability to even sin given to? Israel, man. And then in the verse 11, the brother read, it says, because the prince of this world is judged, man.
Yep.
Who's the prince of this world, man? Esau, man. He's going to be judged, man. The scripture said, I have seen servants of
like princes upon horses. I mean, I've seen servants upon horses and princes walking.
Yeah, man. So this whole society is turning upside down. And when Abraham came on the scene, Abraham he petitioned to the Lord, and he was like, well, Lord, you say you're gonna give me all this inheritance. You say you're gonna bless the land, but I don't have any children. So the Lord said, well, look, I'm gonna give you children, because Abraham was like, man, if I die, my wealth at that time, your wealth, if you die, your wealth go to your servants if you don't have any kids. So Abraham was like, man, well, what you mean? I don't have any kids. My wealth will go to my servants. And the Most High gave him kids, man.
Yeah.
Blessed his seeds, man.
I got a quick precept, because when the brother was when we was going into that, he gave himself ransom for all. Chiefly, we know that Yahweh Shah died for the elect, but within that, being that he died for the elect, the whole nation of Israel is gonna come back through the elect. But check it out. This is why, though. Okay.
Because they still got their promise.
Right. Hold up. Hey, this is Leviticus 26 and 42. It says, then will I remember my covenant with Jacob, and also my covenant with Isaac, and also my covenant with Abraham will I remember, and I will remember the land. The land shall be left to them. So like, I'm gonna jump down to 44 just to get straight to the point. It says, and yet for all that, when they be in the land of their enemies, I will not cast them away, neither will I abhor them to destroy them utterly, and to break my covenant with them, for I am Yahweh their power. But I will for their sakes remember the covenant of their ancestors, whom I brought forth out of the land of Egypt in the sight of the heathen, that I might be their power. I am Yahweh.
And you know that covenant was still passed down.
Exactly.
That's how they was able to receive it.
And being that the covenant was passed down, because that goes into what the Lord said. He said, I will not utterly destroy the house of Jacob, man. But he gonna have that remnant, man, which is the 144K, man, and the 1/3.
Because look at it, when have Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob basically put their hands upon their covenant? It's gonna happen in this time. Finally.
Because the scriptures tell you that in Hebrews it goes about speaking about all the prophets that had they came and done everything that they done. It said even them have not obtained the promise yet. Right? So it's obviously telling you that in this time we're going to receive it. We're going to see it with our eyes. We're going to see the destruction of this place and receive the things that the Lord had promised. I had a precept with nobody.
Go ahead,
hey, can I say something real quick? Because that's a beautiful precept about it. Because although the men of there's a comparison that the men of the Lord had when they made these covenants with the Most High. They all kept the law. They were faithful. So the Most High joined on to them, like the brother YouTube name joined on to them, man. They joined on to the Lord, man. When Noah's sons saw him naked, they got cast out. The sons that covered him up and walked backwards, they got blessed for it, man. When Abraham had a choice to go with the king of Sodom or the king of Salem, all right, he fell in line and paid his tithes to Melchizedek, and led up to him being in that land and getting blessed by the Lord, man, for his faith, man. And it tells you that in 2nd Ezra. I'm gonna bring it up, but you got it out.
Oh, let me read this. All right, Con. This is Proverbs 13 and 22, because we was going into heirs and things that were passed down, right? It says, "A good man leaveth an inheritance to his children's children." Right? That's what the Lord did. He passed down that generational wealth, right? It says, "And the wealth of the sinner is laid up for the just man." Right? So all things that you're stirring up and your kingdom in this world that you believe that is yours, it's just stored up for the just man.
That's why I tell you, the kingdom will basically be translated from one people to another.
Yeah.
That's right.
I got one. It's back in the book of Hebrews 11 and 7. We'll read down a little bit. It says, by faith, Noah being warned of Yahweh of things not seen as yet, and we just ignore that.
And then it say by faith. So Noah had faith and believed that it was going to come, even though it had never rained. He ain't never seen it, but he say, I got faith that the Lord is going to do this.
Hey, have we seen them nuclear missiles come down? No. We got faith. We so sure, man.
But
we 144% sure that the Lord's going to destroy this place.
And what make it faith is, even so more now, what makes everything faith is because everyone is against what you're saying. Everyone is against what you're saying. So that's why you got to have faith. That's what makes faith faith, because everybody against it. Because nobody's seen it.
That just proved that it's unbelievers, bro.
It's unbelievers, bro.
The Lord said it was going to be unbelievers. It was going to be something that was going to get it. Bro, they make the story line up to be what it really is.
Yeah.
Everybody ain't going to believe, bro. And the Lord told us, there was going to be something from the beginning who never believed.
What he say? He said, I knew those from the beginning that would not believe. They say, well, he that believe not on me is damned.
Yep. And that's why the Lord say, when I come, shall I find faith on the earth?
Shelly, I mean, it's only going to be a remnant.
Yeah, that's right.
Who's particularly right about that.
And look, that's why whenever he told Thomas, he said, you believe because you seen.
All right.
And he said, blessed of those who hadn't seen and still believe.
Because that's the ultimate test. If you don't have something in front of you and you don't know what the result's going to be, are you still going to believe?
And that's a lot on that flesh, bro, because your eye, your physical eye, like they say,
your physical eye will deceive you, bro.
Yeah, because what they say, the eye is to the eye leads to the soul, bro. Right? And if your soul is wicked and your soul is relying on the flesh and trusting in what it naturally sees, you're going to be deceived by everything, bro.
And that's why the Lord says, hey, he that soweth to the flesh shall reap of the flesh.
Yeah.
Which is what? Corruption, bro.
Yeah. He say what, to paraphrasing, woe to him that make your flesh his arm. Right? You're making flesh your help. You're you know, that's what you're relying on. That's why the Lord said, well, you trusting in this fucking devil, believing that his military can't be touched. And the Lord said, you know what? Jump to Psalms. He said what he said, with a horse is a vain thing for the time of battle, man. Trusting them because their chariots are many and their horses are many and they have much power. That shit don't mean nothing, man.
You making it your crutch. That shit ain't gonna save you.
You see, he got big biceps and big chest. He weak as hell.
He ain't got none of
None up there.
airhead.
Yeah.
He got a little bit more to say. By the which he condemned the world. Same thing we doing. We condemning the world, man. We condemning Israel, and we also condemning heathen nations, man. Telling you your judgment.
That's the Lord condemning this place once again.
Through the mouth of the prophet.
Because Yahushua say shit. If I had not came, you had no cloak for your sin. You know, how did Yahushua come? By way of the prophets, bro. You know, Yahushua did it then, and what he gave us his spirit, you know, or when we do it to the end, and to continue to prophesy and ultimately condemn them, man.
Somebody got to endure it to the end, bro. Because if don't nobody endure it to the end, that means all of Israel is going to die. And how the fuck is we going to rebirth them in the kingdom?
I mean,
how are people going to be waking up to everlasting shame and contempt if nobody go out and do what they got to do?
And then that'll be like Yahushua died in vain.
Yep.
And if I could say, because a part of having faith is doing that process of elimination. We look at our lives, we dissect our lives, and we say, what everybody else doing around us? All right, we got 2/3 of our people. They want to be rap stars. They want to be hip hop. We got some of that remnant, IUIC, the alphabet groups. Okay, they got a little something, but they're not doing it 100%, according to Apostle Great Millstone down to Lisa. And we look at ourselves and we be like, well, we got to be at that number. Look what we're doing. Look at the diligence we're giving, man. Look what we're putting off aside, putting off everything in our life. Our land, our mothers, our fathers, our substances for this truth, man.
You gonna have some of the elect come from these other groups as well. Yeah. You know, as time, for progress.
Lord gonna reveal it to them.
Because you had, look, check it out. Because in the scriptures in Luke, you had some Pharisees that came, look what chief,
tell me some Pharisees that believe.
Yeah,
they weren't all bad.
Yeah.
You know?
I'm gonna bring out the precept though.
You got a little bit more in it.
All right, go ahead.
It says, by the which he condemned the world and became heir of the righteousness by faith. By faith, Abraham, when he was called to go out into a place which he should after receive for an inheritance, obeyed, and he went out, not knowing whither he went. Not knowing whither he went. We come out on these highways and byways not knowing what. Somebody can pass, spray this bitch up. Somebody can come out here, threaten us, get down on us, man. But our faith leads us to doing this work, man. Up until the end of time. Yep. He that endures to the end shall be saved. But y'all got it.
Just to bag up the point that we made about, that faith. This is John 20 and 20. I'm going to start at 26. It says, and after 8 days again, his disciples were within, and Thomas with them. Then came Yahushua, the doors being shut, and stood in the midst and said, peace be unto you. Then said he to Thomas, reach hither. Because Thomas said, unless I see him and thrust my finger in him, he said, reach hither thy finger and behold my hands, and reach hither thy hand and thrust it into my side, and be not faithless, but believing. And Thomas answered and said unto him, my Lord and my power, Yahushua said unto him, Thomas, because thou hast seen me, thou hast believed. Blessed are they that have not seen and yet have believed. Like the brother said, do we see the missiles? No, but we believe like Noah did. Noah didn't see no, like you brought that out, brother. Yeah. Noah didn't see no rain, but he believed, bro. That's why it is impossible to please the Most High if you ain't got faith, man.
And then it shows you that they move with fear.
Fear.
So fear gotta be instilled in you to move, bro. Yeah. And increase you and give you that faith, to constantly believe, bro.
Yeah. I got you right here. This is Ephesians 5 and verse 8. It says, for ye were sometimes darkness, but now are ye the light in the Lord. Walk as children. It says, walk as children of the light. It says, for the fruit of the Spirit is in all good. No, that's not it. That's not what I'm looking for. 5 and...
I got a precept.
Oh, kind of left. There it goes. Salaki. Verse 10. I could have kept going. But yeah, it says, verse 10, it says, proving what is acceptable unto the Lord. And this is what we're doing. Like the brothers wanted to, man. We're looking at all of these guys doing all this shit in the world. Man, look at what we're doing, bro. We're doing this thing in diligence. you know, we're proving and doing the things that we're trying to see what is acceptable for the Most High, man.
All out of fear, though.
Out of fear.
And how do you see that it's acceptable? Because when you look at guys that's going off, changing doctrines and things, the Lord let it be known throughout the whole Israel that you fucked up. This is not what I want. So you would take that spirit from them and push it to the wayside.
Yep.
That's why I say mark those that was causing division.
So somebody gonna be causing division, bro.
And if I can say, because like brother said, we proving what is acceptable. So we ultimately know the end goal. We know that it's bigger than us. Yeah. We can come out here and I can have a little disagreement with a brother, but ultimately it's bigger than us, man. We're chasing after these cherries, everlasting life, man, that crown of life, man. Yeah. So these little disputes might iron that bitch out, man. Let's keep going, bro.
Hey,
it's a battlefield, the fear of the Lord, bro.
Because you know one thing, you can't have no problem in trying to go to the Lord. So that's what's proven what is acceptable for the Most High. And not only that, but in your works and your deeds, man. Right? Showing you how that you ought to walk, how you ought to speak, what manner of person that you should be within. Right? It says, finish it off, it says, and have no fellowship with the unfruitful works of darkness, but rather reprove them. Right?
Have no fellowship with it. I mean, you said that.
I'm just gonna make a quick point, because if you don't reprove them, you ultimately letting it be known that you're walking with the Lord, but you tell them that if you don't reprove them, that means it's cool for them to do.
Yeah, it's like Jake.
Somebody gotta be giving correction, bro.
Jake say, man, yeah, I don't fuck with the you know, alphabet article shit. Yeah, you know, I don't fuck with that shit, but as long as they ain't fucking with me, we good. Nah.
You gotta reprove that shit,
you gotta reprove that shit.
According to this word.
It ain't, hey, bro, ain't no, admitted the Lord in no way attached to this society, dog. It's no way to admit the Lord. Lord willing, we all of that number, bro. Ain't none of them in the Lord agree with anything in this society but this bitch being nuked.
We air this shit out, man.
But I got a precept, though, to back up that fear.
Yeah.
All right, this is Ecclesiastes 19 and 18. It says, but the fear of the Lord is the first step to be accepted of him, and wisdom obtained his mother.
That's right.
So
without fear, it's like, yeah, you got it.
Hey, so
to get that word.
Come on, brother. So the fear of the Lord is the only way to be accepted by him, bro, because the Noah was moved by fear, bro. And think about it, bro. Hey, whenever Yahweh went to it was Peter, I believe they was fishing. He went to Peter, Simon Peter. He was fishing. Hey, because he feared the Lord, that's why he followed him, bro. All right.
Spirit resonates with him. He knew all from. We gotta go.
When you read these scriptures, bro, the bullshit that was taught to us ain't what the Lord, you know what I'm saying, standing by, bro. When you read these precepts, hey, the Lord is a man of war, man. And that fear, if you of the Lord's sheep, you're gonna hear his voice, and fear gonna ultimately come over you, bro.
And that's what happened to all of us, because don't get it twisted, man. Brothers was into type of shit, sinning, transgressing the law. But say what? Out of that darkness into the marvelous light, man.
Brother.
So all that shit don't matter no more, man. What matters is right now, today. Like Jake like to say, right now, today. What are you doing right now, today, man? Are you still on that keyboard behind the scenes saying shalom? All right. Are you out on the highways and byways and let your works reflect who you are, man? Because we can say who we do, who we gonna do, who we think we might do, but are you out here giving your true diligence to the Lord, man? Are you making excuses for this shit? You got it, bro.
Because every brother that's out here, and even the brothers behind the camera, every brother out here is out here because they fear the Lord, bro. You're not out here just to be like, yeah, man, this is what I do on weekends. You heard me? That's what it is. No, bro. Every brother out here because they fear the Lord. Because any of these brothers could be doing something else on the Saturday, man. They got all types of followings to do on the weekend here in America, bro.
I had a precept.
What we do?
You said this yesterday,
But what we do, we cast off all that bullshit, man, because when we was a child, we spake and thought as a child, man. But when you come into this thing, bro, hey, the Lord, when he take all that wickedness off you, man, and because that's the fear of the Lord, but you got it.
Hey, you said I think it was you and she said this yesterday about the seeking the ancient past, man. We seeking the ancient past, but we know we're dealing with an ancient power. That's what the brother was saying, that fear, man. We know what the Lord did in ancient Egypt, man. Right, did in the Garden of Eden, man. Salakia. Did in the flood, man. The antediluvian period, man. Did in the Greek period. Babylon, mediocre persons, man. And up until this time, that second flood, man.
Yeah.
So we know what type of power we're dealing with, and that motivates us, persuades us to keep coming out,
That
man.
scares the shit out of us.
Yeah.
Because you got to understand, the Lord said, hey, look, bro. He Jake, right? So he look, hey, look, bro, let me tell you something. I'm the same today, tomorrow, and forever. I don't change. So the things that we read, the things we see that he done,
Do this.
man, look, listen, bro. The Lord killed a motherfucker for thinking that he was doing something good just as catching the ark. But you knew he wasn't supposed to be doing that shit. But he thought he was doing something good. The Lord killed him.
That goes to show you what your thoughts ain't my
Your
thoughts.
thoughts not
I know
my
you
thoughts.
think you doing a good deed.
Yeah. What I was saying is, look, bro, like the brothers going into the flood and everything the Lord did. The Lord is a man of war. He's an austere man. We know these things, bro. So that's what's going to keep us moving in that fear. Hey, bro, I'm not trying to see that shit.
And also,
I'm not trying to get touched by him. I had a precept real quick, too.
just to answer that point, that show you that fear.
Yeah.
You know, that shows that what the Lord don't need us, bro. Like the brothers, trying to catch that ark. The Lord, killed them, bro.
Yeah.
The Lord don't need us, so that should put you in even more fear.
Yeah.
Because at any moment, the Lord can say, bro, get the fuck out of here,
Yeah.
bro.
And at any moment, like he can do, you make the point, that's like,
You know what backs that up, Bob? It's like the deceived and the deceiver.
Oh,
Right
yeah.
here.
Yeah.
That's fearful, bro. It's like, just like, damn, this guy right here who is ruling the planet Earth right now, he thinks that, that his society is going to continue forever, but he's fucking deceived.
same thing with you, same thing with us all out here. The Lord said we are prisoners of hope. We say in confidence that we are a part of the elect, but we don't know, bro. That's another thing that scares me. You have to fear that. Like, bro, I don't know if I'm of his elect, but I hope.
And how much more being in that fear, knowing the shit that's going to happen.
That's going to happen, and that's what I'm going to go into.
Right.
This is Sirach 34:14. It says, whoso feareth the Lord shall not fear nor be afraid. And this is why we fear the Lord and do the things that we're doing, so we can have that hedge around about us. Right? Bro. We don't want to be partakers of the shit and the hellfire that's to come before the earth. It says, for he is his hope. Yahweh Shem Yahshua is the hope of us. Right? It says, blessed is the soul of him that feareth the Lord. It says, blessed. It says, to whom doth he look? In whom is his strength, man? Right? So this is why we fear the Lord, because he's going to give us that increase, and he's going to protect us. He's going to be there for us when all else fails. When everybody's against us and there is nobody to turn to, you're back against the wall, we know that we can call on Yahweh Shem Yahshua in faith, man.
Hey, and that's a good point, because what did ultimately Jake go throughout his whole life, from being born out the womb to up into gray hairs, man? He always wants somebody to have his back.
Have his back.
Be on his side. Be there for advice. We have that, man. That's why we have this spirit on us, man. I got a quick one. It's Psalms 51.
Oops, a lot. I was going to make a point, like you were saying about having somebody on his side, having his back. Yahweh shot the same way. Because what Yahweh shot basically did was, hey, I gave them thy truth, I gave them thy name, and gave them thy word. Look, Father, protect them from the evil. Keep them and guide them, keep them the same. Because what? These are the men. What he said, you are going to be the ones that walk with me in the regeneration. You my brothers, bro.
That's right.
You my brothers. I love you. I love them that love me. He said, what? What? I no longer call you servants or what? Friends. You're my friends. That's 15. That's spirit. Your friends got your back. Your friends gonna be there with you. So all it is Yahweh Shai is not here physically, but he's here spiritually. We just watched our best friend die. Check me out. We just watched our best friend die, bro. Somebody that been rocking with us from day one. We just watched him die before our eyes, and there was nothing we can do but die with him. And that's what we're doing here today. Right. We're saying, hey, we right here with you. We front line here with you. You died, hey, we're gonna go down. It's like you with your brothers, and you got 50 deep motherfuckers coming up against y'all, bro. And that's the same thing that we're facing with Yahweh Shem Yahshua. But the Lord is coming with power, bro. He coming with power, bro, to deliver us, bro.
Like it says in 2 Kings, man, it's more than them than it is with us.
Yep.
But hey, we don't live. Hey, you give us one angel, bro, we'll wipe this whole bitch off,
Yep.
bro. This whole motherfucker off,
Yep, and that's the Kings.
Yeah,
that's the Kings because this whole
brother.
This whole thing off, bro.
Yeah, that's the
the
Kings,
whole
bro.
thing off, bro.
Because they was outnumbered, bro. They was surrounded. Matter of fact, now think about you being in your house with your children. Oh, it's just us. We kicking it, and you got helicopters, SWAT, the Navy SEALs, the Army, everybody outside your house. Hey, come outside with your hands up. We gonna blow this motherfucker up, bro. Hey, you gotta have faith in Yahweh Shem Yahshua to say, hey, guess what? All of y'all motherfuckers that's out here, you don't know who the fuck over me right now. You don't know who defending me right now. And that's the same thing that happened in Kingsman. They said what? Greater are those them that be with us than them that be with them, man. Yeah, they're high in number, they're high in stature, man. Right? And the Lord shows that the Lord deals with the low, the Lord deals with the underdogs, right? Looking at David and Goliath, right?
That's
He
what
looked
we're
at
fighting
him,
up against.
his structure and everything, he was up big, nobody could fuck with him. It's the same thing that the Lord is doing with us today, man.
And the Most High, David was the they call that shit, not the pick of the litter, but he was what, the run of the, what they call that, run of the litter, like when you the like most unexpected.
The underdog.
That's how David was, man.
Yep.
And the Most High rose him up. But I got a quick one because this is what we don't want to happen.
Something so small, knock it down. Yeah, I'll pluck your ass, man. What the Lord saying.
But keep in mind, David had that with their confidence. He would tell everybody else was scared for David. They like, I'm not worried about this shit. Bro, David like, bro, you know who I serve? I serve y'all.
And they in the same, bro. That same spirit is here today. Because while we're out prophesying against this devil in his motherfucking, in his kingdom, our family members are looking at us like, bro,
you crazy,
you
bro.
tripping. And when they come before us, our family members go, just take it. Just do what they want you to do. They're going to kill you. We look, man, shut your ass up. What are you talking about? They gonna kill you and take your life. You crying and shit, man. You don't know who with me, man.
Hey, they got this old movie out. It's like, I forgot the name. I'm gonna have to ask for you, but it's like this ancient man. He going up against this like big ass guy. He like 10, 12 feet tall, but he about like 5 feet out. So he lacing up his boots, getting everything ready for war, right? So they got a little boy that come up and like, man, you know you're not gonna make it back, like laughing.
That's no. That's King of Persia. It's something like that.
Yeah,
it's not. It's not Troy. It's probably Troy, but it got something to do with like the Prince of Persia or some shit like that. I think it's Troy. It's probably what you're talking about. Yeah, long hair.
Yeah.
And then he was kind of buff, like, you know what I'm saying?
And then the dude, the little boy, walked up to him and like, man, you know you about to get killed in war, right? You know you never come back. He like, that's why you'll never be remembered.
Yeah,
that's Troy.
That's Troy. Yeah, that's Troy. Because when they went to fight, everybody was chanting. He coming out, beating his chest, beating his sword and on his shield and shit. And Troy just ran up and just jumped in the air and just right through his neck, bro. And that reminds me of the precept where it says that what a great king said bulwarks in the city, but it was one lowly old man, bro. With his wisdom, he subdued that king, bro.
And that's why the scripture tell you in Sirach, man, that if your basically if your desire be with king's wisdom and scepters and thrones, hey, that's what's ultimately going to be able to get you to the kingdom, man.
Yep.
You know, it all starts here with the mindset, man. Like we was talking about before camp.
I got to appreciate.
What you about to say for that?
Hey, look, check it out. This is Psalms 25 and 14. It says, "The secret of Yahweh is with them that fear Him."
Please start. That's the one I was gonna get at. Psalm, you at 25? Can you start at 9?
Nope. Hey, verse 9 it says, "The meek will He guide in judgment, and the meek will He teach His ways." And who is the meek, man? The lowly, bro.
The one you looking at on them blocks that you think that don't know shit. The whole time when you come up here and you get your judgment, that's the Lord speaking through His men, man. He said, "I'm going to guide you in that judgment." That's why I say we're not able to. It says you do no unrighteousness in judgment and judge according to the Holy Scriptures.
That's right.
Right? And this is the Lord guiding us through judgment, because everything that we speak, everything that we utter is from this book. Jake come up and speak vain things out of his mind, man. That's vain jangling, man.
Jacob come and speaking of how he feel, where his mother taught him.
Yeah.
An emotional fucking so-called black woman, man.
And that's how we're able to read the spirits of these motherfuckers, bro. Motherfucker walk up, oh yeah, you eat them. Get the fuck out of here, man. That's the Lord giving you that spirit to know, hey man, try to spit by spirit, look, bro, this ain't for him.
Hey, because that's a good point, bro. Because we were so caught up in this emotional emotional wreck when you get taught up and brought up in America, man. You come up and you have these ideas in your head, but it's never according to this. That's why when Jake be getting loud, we might curse up there. Jake be like, y'all cursing with Bibles in your hand, you're an emotional wreck. You don't know what cursing is according to the scriptures. You come up here and say, well, y'all got these, what is this you wearing, man? Y'all ain't got no lineups. Well, you don't know what looking like and appearing as a man according to the scriptures, man. You gotta be as a new creature when you come to this word, man. Point blank period.
How the fuck they say, oh y'all up here cursing? Well shit, either way you wanna go with it, we can do that shit. Because why would the Lord give us curses? Why would he give us curses? Why would he do these things? Why would he put curses on us if we can't put curses on other motherfuckers? He not gonna give us an attribute or give us anything that he not doing, bro.
That's why the scriptures always tell you that the Lord is a just power. You know, we have to lay down our lives. Guess what? His holy age. He has to give up. We got to lay down our lives.
And that's what that word just is, according to the law.
Yep. Just like the Most High, bro. He say, y'all gonna have to give up y'all sons and this and that. How the Lord gonna do that? Well, he had to give up your house shot.
Yep.
You see, so the Lord is just power. He's showing you. I'm not making you do no shit that I haven't did.
And what he said, he said, it pleased me to see my son go through that. So you gotta be in the same like we were talking about earlier. When they come before, and you never know if you put in a situation rolling like a flood and take your child. You gotta be in the right mind to say, shit, hey, bro, it's pleasing to the Lord to see me stand stiff for me and see that my child go through that. Because guess what, hey, I'm gonna
get it back. I'm gonna get it back.
We're gonna be together. Don't worry. But that's a powerful thing because the brother's going into emotions. Now, us being raised here in the flesh, you will have an emotional tie to that. You see your baby crying, Daddy, help me, they going, I don't want to go, screaming and shit. You gotta, like we say, bro, you gotta be in the right spirit, in the right mind, bro.
Didn't our Yahushua do the same thing?
Yeah.
Lord, that's the same thing, bro.
He was crying to the Father,
And then he was as a sheep led to the slaughter.
Yep. And sheep don't say shit. I watched the video. They
down for their cause.
They lay down. They be flipping the sheep over. Bro. I watched that video, bro, and all I could think about was how it shot. Like, man, fuck.
And
like they just took it, bro. I was trying to say nothing, bro.
One word.
So
they made them drink vinegar.
Yeah,
bro, that's some nasty shit. I remember when I was in the world. I remember I was on the world on some fucked up shit. I'm trying to pass a drug test. I'm over here drinking vinegar and shit.
I remember
that shit is out of pocket.
My mama, she dead and gone. My ass told me, in the Bible they made Jesus drink vinegar. I was like, what? I was young. I ain't know shit. She said, you want to taste what the Lord had to go through? I said, let me get a swig of that. She put that shit in that cap. I put that shit in my tongue. I was like, what the fuck? And you knew vinegar was stronger way back then.
Yeah.
Because that shit natural back then.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying? You can smell that shit, bro.
Their brain.
You can smell it.
Jake can barely handle apple cider vinegar in this motherfucker. So if you giving the Lord pure vinegar, bro, to drink, bro, the pure, what's the scripture say?
Cuts in his mouth and shit.
Yeah, the tender mercies of the wicked are cruel, bro.
Yeah. I'm gonna keep reading up. It said, verse 10, it says, all the paths of Yahweh are mercy and truth unto such as keep his covenant and his testimonies. All right. It said all the paths of Yahweh are mercy and truth unto such that keep his covenant, man. That keep his covenant. What's his covenant, man? And we keep the laws to the best of our ability, man. We come out and serve Yahweh by Yahweh and his testimonies. And what the spirit of Yahweh is. Okay? The spirit of Yahweh is prophecy, man.
Yep.
Okay? And we come out and we prophesy, man. All right? It's verse 11, it says, for thy name's sake, O Yahweh, pardon mine iniquity, for it is great, man. For his name's sake, bro. Because what? For his name's sake, because the Lord say what? He will not give us glory to another, and he put his word above his name. Yeah. So therefore, hey, look, the Lord's name, bro, got all types of maxed out credit to it, bro.
Yeah. And one thing that follows the Lord's name is his ways.
Come on, bro.
Because the Lord's name is backed by what? Repetition, laws, statutes, commandments. Yeah. Who's playing that out, bro? Hey, look, only the elect, the hopefully elect. Because
the Lord said a good name is far above roof.
Yeah,
you know?
Proverbs. What does Yahweh Shai mean?
He saves. He
delivers. He delivers. He's the deliverer. He say, Lord, live up to your name. Because what? The Lord has, when you die, you leave a legend behind. You leave a legacy behind. You're known for something. So he telling them, hey, live up to your name, Lord. Deliver me.
That's just like us. When we came into this faith, we received those Hebrew names. Bro, you were given that through the Spirit to live up to that shit, bro.
Back then. Every name that you read had a meaning, bro.
Bro.
Every name you read had a meaning, and they had to live up to those names which was given unto them.
Why
would the angel tell them the name Yahweh Shai? Because he was finna have to come and do that, man. Because it tells you that it tell you, I think it's either Luke or Acts. It tell you that the Lord came to basically deliver us from out of the hands of those that hate us. That's what he's coming to do, man.
Okay, I mean, you think about it. What the fuck does Jamal and Tashaniqua mean today?
Bullshit, bro.
What the fuck? You know? Check it out. Verse 12, it says, "What man is he that feareth Yahweh? Him shall he teach in the way that he shall choose. His soul shall dwell at ease, and his seed shall inherit the earth."
Yep. His
You know,
seed.
just going back to what you said,
Yep.
because we inherit it. You know what I'm saying?
Yep.
Yahweh shall inherit it, and so therefore we gonna inherit it. You know, check it out. Verse 14.
This is just going to go back to the natural Adam. All things was given unto him,
All right, bro.
just like all things was given unto Yahweh.
Got it.
You know, so by us being able to inherit it, it's just telling you, hey, it's going to all go back to how it used to be.
All right, here it is, the last verse. It says, "And the secrets of Yahweh is with them that fear him,
Yep.
and he will shew them his covenant."
Hey, that's a secret. Hey,
Here's what?
His covenant.
hey, that's a secret. Look, don't tell nobody. Hey, he say, look, hey, I'm coming. Let them know I'm coming. They ain't gonna believe it, but hey, I'm coming. They think that I'm gone. I ain't never coming back because they kill me. This world don't understand, bro, who they dealing with. This world don't understand shit, actually.
And that's why I was putting the scripture ultimately for our spirits to resonate with it in this time.
Yeah. Hey, the Lord coming to deliver me. There ain't nobody coming to deliver you. About to beat your ass. That's how Esau looking, bro.
Yep.
They're looking like, man, we have no help. Matter of fact, that article that had came out, that picture where it said that they're gonna start taking people's children. It said we don't want to, but we're gonna take them. But it's matter of fact, that's not even it.
Psychological warfare.
Salakia, that's not even it. It was a Rockefeller or Rothschild. One of these motherfuckers, they did. It was a picture of him, and they had like basically the elites. It was a picture of him, and they had over his name. It was like, if you don't want to get down with us, we're gonna force you to get down with us, and there's nobody that can save you out of our hands. You just don't fucking know.
And that goes back to how this devil with his draconian law.
Yep.
Go ahead.
You can read that precept one more time,
You
Mark?
want me to read it?
Touching the point about the covenant.
Oh,
That's cool.
All right, check it out. This is Psalms 25. This is Psalms 25 and 14. It says, "The secret of Yahweh is with them that fear him." All right. You know, to fear him, and the only way to be accepted to the Lord is to fear him. It says,
Hey, if I can say this, because the scriptures tell you abide in the shadow of the Almighty. What's that shadow? That's the secret. That's His word. Man.
Yep.
And the brother was talking about fear, and who brought that up? Like fear is the first principle of
The
coming to the
proper
Lord.
point.
Yeah.
Fear is the beginning of wisdom. Coming to the Lord.
But you have brought out
it's the only way to be accepted by the Lord is to fear him.
Yeah.
right. So you gotta have that base initial fear before the Lord even deal with you, man.
Straight up.
Straight up.
Straight up.
You got it, man.
It says, "And he will shew them his covenants."
Them, right?
Them.
Speaking to peculiar people, right?
Because I know them.
God. This is Sirach 39 in verse 6. It says, "When the great Lord will, he shall be
When
filled."
the great Lord what?
Will. His
When the
will.
Lord will, man.
That's right.
It's not on our time. All of these brothers that you see on the camera and behind the camera, they came into this truth on the Lord's will, man. And the Lord's time, man. That's why you see various ages coming in this truth. You got brothers 20, 19, 15, up into the 50s, man. Coming into this truth because it's ultimately on the Lord's time, man. The Lord knows your mental process. He knows whether you're going to get something right there or it's going to take you a little while longer. But if you're the elect, you safe, man. All right? You in that shadow. You got it, us.
It says, "When the great Lord
He said,
will."
Bob.
It says, this is Sirach 39 and 5. It says, "He will give his heart to resort." Where you resort to where you dwell.
Yeah.
Right? When you look at a hotel resort, motherfuckers living there and shit. It says,
In a resort, it's beautiful. It's comfort. It's comforting.
It's a rest.
It's a rest. That's why I call it the comforter,
Yep.
right?
It says, "He will give his heart to resort early to the Lord that made him, and will pray before the Most High,
Yeah.
and will open his mouth in prayer and make supplication for his sins or his transgressions." And that's ultimately what we're here to do.
And that's
Giving up those spiritual sacrifices to show what is approved of Yahweh.
That's
right. It says, "When the great Lord will, he shall be filled with the spirit of understanding. He shall pour out wise sentences and give." And those wise sentences are those deep dark parables, right? It says those mysteries.
It's like it tells you in Hebrews, give meat to them that is in full age, man.
Yeah.
So it's a certain process you got to go through. You building up, so you can digest it, and what it can become you, and you start pouring out those wise sentences. And this is personally me myself. Like I went through this bullshit education system. It's stuff, and I wouldn't get stuff like that. I had to write it down, go over it again, and then I finally get it. So when I came into this truth, I used that same concept. I said, well, all right, well, I don't get this breakdown overnight. I'm going to just review it, keep going into it, because over time, how you are, the Lord knows how you are. We got ancient spirits within us, so the Lord is going to reveal it to you in due time, man. You got that.
And that's how you're able to add up to the things that you learn.
It says, and give thanks unto the Lord in his prayer. This is coming to the point. It says, he shall direct his counsel and knowledge, and in secret shall he meditate. He shall show forth that which he had learned, and shall glory in the law of the covenant of the Lord. This is the point.
Right.
This is the point. It says, many shall commend his understanding, and so long as the world endureth, it shall not be blotted out. His memorial, right? His remembrance. It says his memorial shall not depart away up to his name. What is this man known for, right? His works is backed by his name.
That's right. If I could say this out, because it said, many shall commend his understanding,
Yep.
and so long as the world endure it. And we know what? The world it's not going to perish. The earth is not going to be destroyed,
Right.
man.
And when you commend somebody's understanding, you ultimately sending them forth. That's why I tell you that in the book of 1 Corinthians. You know, it's not of him who will commend himself, the Lord approve, but who the Lord commend is approved, man. You know, you can't just sit for yourself, oh, yeah, I learned this, and then you out. No, bro, the Lord got to put that spirit upon you in order for you to come out on this block, right? It says that in his name, this is the point, in his name shall live from generation to generation. You see? So wait, when you get that name, bro, that's backed by heat. That's backed by power, bro. You gotta live up to that shit. You know?
And
Just like our great our big brother Yahushua. His name what? He is the deliverer. Hey, bro, you can bet your last dollar when Yahushua come and crack those clouds, he's coming to deliver the elect, bro.
And that's why the scriptures tell you when it goes to the wicked and to the evil, you know, it tell you that they do wickedness all throughout their life. It tell you they do wickedness all. It tell you that they do wickedness. It tell you that they do wickedness all throughout their life. But when they die, it tells you when they die, their name shall perish from the streets. They'll no longer be remembered in the streets because everything you've done was in vain, bro. You out here robbing, killing. Yeah, I'm tougher than I am, bro. Nobody gonna remember you, bro. Niggas say R.I.P. Let go some fucking balloons, put you on a T-shirt, and you be forgot about 2 years.
In the scriptures, look how quickly people forget the dead. It's in the scriptures, man.
Yeah.
Bring out that word for Loyal to back them up. That commend.
Definition of commend. It means to praise, to salute, to exalt, to honor.
Be worthy of their honors, right? Just like with the apostles. Their wisdom is what? Commended, right? Sent forth exactly from Yahushua.
Man.
Yep.
And then the spirit of the apostles, man, they always take on that spirit of constantly learning. Never being proud, always being humble. I'm still learning this. They go up to people, moving comments on the comment board and edifying. Oh, who are the Shalom? They ain't in that proud spirit, man. That's Lord willing, man. Those are the real apostles, man. Back in the reincarnation, man. All right. And we see that because they're taking on the same spirit as the apostles of old, man.
And their works.
The same diligence, and their works do
Hey,
follow.
man, the scriptures tell you that the spirit of the prophets are similar to the prophets. Same thing that they were doing back then, gonna be the same spirit they're moving in now. Because you can't change the spirit. Whatever the spirit is what the spirit is, bro.
That's what Jay glorifying right there. That's what Jay glorifying right there.
I got a little bit more on this. This is verse 10, and then it's gonna back up the point about Jake dying. Because for the elect we're dying for a righteous cause, right? This is verse 10. It says, "Nation shall show forth his wisdom, and the congregation shall declare his praise." Going back to what him being commended. This is verse 11. It says, "If he die, he shall leave a greater name than 1,000, and if he live, he shall increase it." So his legacy is going to keep on increasing, bro. His legacy is going to ultimately keep on following him. All right, it's going to be abundant, bro. Whether he die or whether he live, we are holding ultimately being set up to perform and let it be known that we have a righteous generation. So like a righteous what it says, memorial. Yeah, a righteous memorial that's going to be laid up, man, going into a legacy. You know, nothing can change that.
It's like it. And if you think of these niggas like Michael Jackson and niggas like Elvis Presley and shit like that, man, those niggas that passed away them been eaten by maggots and worms, man. There's no memorial for them. But who do we still hear about? Paul, Peter, all right, Yahushua, the apostles, Noah, Moses, Jeremiah. We steady talking about them. The whole earth is talking about the prophets, man, of old. What about you niggas that's dying, man? Up hurts, man.
Look in the Salaki. Look in the previous. Look in the previous captivity. Who are they still talking about?
Yeah.
Moses, the
men
flood,
of old.
the same men of old, bro. It's kept
Even on these so-called biblical scholars, man, what are they going to? They don't have the truth. They don't have the understanding of the Spirit of the Lord is not on them. But they still talking about these things, man. Well, we're thinking that the prophecy of Noah, the first flood, is lining up with what's going on in America. Well, you damn right it is, man. America's about to be destroyed, man. And the memorial is going to be made up and laid up for the elect, whether we perish or not, whether we martyrs or not, man.
And according to our research, Esau is done away with.
Yeah, they gonna throw that in there.
Yeah. I had a precept for you. I've been going into like the memory of the wicked and shit like that. Because you niggas is right there with the heathen, man. Look, the Lord look at you niggas like the heathen right now, man. That's why you're gonna be destroyed with these motherfuckers. And this, watch what it says about these assholes. This is Job 18:17. It says, "His remembrance shall perish from the earth, and he shall have no name in the streets." Man.
That's like when you take a shit and you flush that motherfucker. I think if you go down and say he should never be seen again.
Never.
We don't see that shit again. Once we literally take a shit, that bitch go down there and it's
That's
gone.
what I tell you.
Nigga don't even know where that shit go.
That's what I tell you about Esau.
And that's how the Lord feel about these other nations. When you walking with a bucket of water and a drop fall out that water.
Yeah,
man,
hey,
damn, bro, that drop, bro.
Damn, man, I was gonna use that.
You can have him, bro. That's the one who enjoyed.
But I had a precept going into how they basically, this is right quick. This is Wisdom of Solomon. Job. This is Job 14 and verse. Job 14. This is Wisdom of Solomon 14 and 15. It says, "For a father afflicted with untimely mourning, when he had made an image of his child, soon taken away." So it's basically this is going into how they honor the dead with the things that they do when people die now in this time, right? It says, "So for a father afflicted with untimely mourning, because death is sudden." That's why the scriptures tell you, like a fish caught in an evil net, suddenly is he taken. You don't know when it's going to come before you, right?
Untimely mourning. You don't know when it's going to be your time to cry because you just lost a child.
Yeah. So watch what it says. It says when he had made an image. So they take these images, put them on T-shirts, and do all of that shit. It says the memorial. It says when he had made an image of his child, soon taken away, now honored him as a god. And that's what you do when you set up these images and you crying and you, hey man, Cesare Borgia, you set these motherfuckers up as idols, bro. Now watch what it says.
That's why it tells you in the law not to make cuttings in the flesh for the dead.
Yeah.
That's a god unto you, bro.
Yeah. Watch what it says. It says, which was then a dead man and delivered to those that were under him ceremonies and sacrifices. Yep. That's what they do, man. Right? It says, thus in process of time, an ungodly custom grown strong. Yep. This is an ungodly custom that had grown throughout the earth, putting motherfuckers on T-shirts and doing the things that they let's let these balloons go. Oh, that motherfucker went high as hell. He made it to the king. That's what it said. It said,
hey man, R.P. Newski, man.
Yep. Yeah, that's how they be, bro. It says, thus in process for time, an ungodly custom grown strong was kept as a law. These people keep it as a law to them today.
Like you have to do this.
You have to do this. Oh, you gotta carry casket. Oh yeah, you gotta just all like
that's why Yahweh said let the dead bury the dead, man, because of their mindset. They don't. Here they are praising the false gods as the Most High. It tells you in the scripture. It says who had worshipped the creature more than the creation, man.
Yeah.
Who is blessed forever? I mean, I got one after you. You got it.
It says, watch this. It says, thus in process over time was an ungodly custom grown strong, was kept as a law. And graven images were worshipped by the commandments of kings. This came from kings, man. These wicked ass kingdoms that we were in, this is the customs that they kept. And our people still hold on to this day in America and Babylon, man.
The fear of the Lord is talking about the precepts of
Yep.
And it says what? The traditions of men.
Yeah.
The traditions of
Hey,
men.
watch this. It says 17. And this is, you can't tell me this is not Jake. in this world, I'm gonna say. Watch this. It says in whom. It says whom the dead, whom men could not honor in presence, because they dealt far off. You didn't do none of that shit when that man was here.
Yeah,
and this is why we say, what, give this brother his flowers
while
he's here, right?
That's a beautiful point now, because when you pass away, right, you might have auntie from Kentucky, grandma from Wisconsin coming to that funeral. My baby, my poor baby, reminiscing, remembering, but they didn't really care about you, man. You might have, the scriptures tell you, I think it's in Proverbs or Solomon, tells you the inheritance of a man, when a man leaves behind an inheritance, it's left for people he doesn't know, man. When you die and you have an inheritance, you got people coming out the woodworks trying to get a piece of that land.
Yeah, bro.
Trying to get a piece of this.
You on point, Doc. Watch this, Doc. Watch this. Motherfucker ain't been in your life the whole time. You dead, right? Watch this. It says, because they dealt far off. They took, it says, they took the counterfeit of his visage from far. Watch what it say. It says, and made an express image of a king whom they honored, to the end that by this their frowardness. Watch what it says. This is the point right here, beautiful point. It says, they might flatter him that was absent as if he were present. They do this. I know he up there smiling. He's smiling, man. Yeah. He's looking down. He's so happy.
Get on the altar, man. This was a great guy. Whole time, nigga was asshole.
He was selling drugs. He was out here popping other people's women. But he was a guy to you, man.
Yeah.
I'm about to do that bullshit with one of my uncles, man. And there was a fucking Ishmaelite. Nigga got up on there, yeah, this man stayed in church. I'm like, I'm looking at you, y'all, bro. You a damn lie. This nigga never went to church, bro. He know y'all some fucking crafty bastards, bro. You know? But that just go to show you how these scriptures are still put into play today, bro.
Yep.
You know? You know somebody being a serpent or not, bro. You know?
Hey, I got one backing you up now, see. I'm going to read Sirach 41 and 2, and I'm going to jump down. It's Sirach 44 and 1. It says, let us now praise famous men and our fathers that begot us, because that's what we praise, man.
Yep.
We praise our fathers that begot us because of what? Their works. Because of the things, because their reputation, like I said, precedes them. It says, the Lord had wrought great glory by them through his great power from the beginning. So we've been manifested from the beginning to show forth our works on this earth to this present time, because we know America is going to be destroyed. But what spirit should we ought to be in? We're in the same spirit that Noah was in. Not wavering, not going back and forth as the wind, but standing firm.
Yep,
and I'm going to jump down.
I'm going to make a good point. You know, we praise and look upon our, the elders, the apostles, and the men of old for the simple fact that they really had that way that we supposed to be walking in.
That's our heroes, It says, they got a little bit more. This is Rock 44 and 7. It says, all these were honored in their generations and were the glory of their times. There be of them that have left a name behind them, that their praises might be reported. And some there be which have no memorial, who are perished as though they had never been, and are become as though they had never been born, and their children after them. But these were merciful men whose righteousness had not been forgotten. With their seeds shall continually remain a good inheritance, and their children are within the covenant, man. And that's us, man. Although we've perished, our forefathers have perished in times and times before, they left that report behind them. What's that report? This is the good news. This is the gospel, man. This is the report that we have to go to reference. Hey, because our people, our so-called Native Americans, Latinos, and Negroes, they want what? We all look for a hero, some type of father figure to look up to, man. We have Yahushua. We got John the Revelator. All right, we got Apostle Paul, Apostle Peter, man. All right, Shalom. Apostle Peter, man. Those are the men of old that we reverence to this day, man. We don't be out here saying the book of the Carter 3, the book of Lil Wayne, the book of Moneybag Yo, man. Nah, man. We're speaking in the name of our forefathers, man. That names actually stood for something in the earth, because the name stood for something because of what they did. They perished for the Lord. They went out and talked and told our people their transgression and blew that trumpet in Zion, man. That's how you get fame with the Lord, man. You don't get fame by selling drugs to your own people, man. By popping another man's wife. By coming out here and being committed to follow. You get fame by giving your true heart and mind to this works, man. In this ministry.
You gotta let it be known too, not to just be coming out here just fucking vain glory, bro.
Yeah, man.
That's
That's letting you know that those things are ultimately going to be given in the kingdom of heaven.
Hey,
We don't want no glory out here, man.
I was just
Right,
roughly paraphrasing because I don't really remember what it was, but it's the precept the brother was going into the first part, the first one you read, where you said you was gonna skip down. He was going into basically honoring, our elders and apostles, and I know it's one in the apocrypha that say, "Forget not the sorrows of thy mother," but it's one that because they went through hell and cast their lives off, but it's one that say, how can ye repay him? I know it say that you're joined to another man's labor. That's John, but it's another one that say that how can you repay him from the things that he done, right? For the men that went out before you in labor, you can't, bro. All you can do is go out and teach and do what you were taught, man. So this is why we do the things which the brother was saying. That's why the scripture saying in Thessalonians, give double honors to the elders which are worthy. You know what I'm saying? You got it.
Hey, just to go back about those men before us. This is Isaiah 57:1. It says, "The righteous perish, and no man lay it to heart."
Well, because what? The righteous perish and what? They don't consider him righteous. They don't consider him to be a man that kept the commandments.
Reason being because he's not talking about fucking another nigga or old lady and snorting pot.
How many people you had at Kobe Bryant's funeral memorial?
Bro, thousands.
Now, who's saying rest in peace Kobe Bryant right now? That nigga shit forgot about, bro.
How many people you had at Nippy?
Michael Jackson's funeral.
Nipsey.
Hey, I got one right here.
And then they Nipsey Hussle us to be something like as a monument, but don't know the Lord's name and kept no commandments.
Yeah.
None of that.
What did he do for his people?
Not a damn
What
thing.
did he teach the people? What did he condemn in this society?
He was a fucking crib. He teaches you to hate your brother. What the hell? Look, after the brother, I got you.
Check it out. It says, "And no man lay it to heart, and merciful men are taken away. None consider that the righteous is taken away from the evil to come."
It don't matter.
Exactly.
That's why I tell you what the righteous spirit and no man what, take it to heart, man.
That's
Say
right.
if one of us is die, ain't nobody gonna give a fuck about us, bro.
Bro, he's just another dead nigga, man.
We just another damn nigga.
Only us?
And you
Oh, yeah, that's right. Only us.
That dude, they was on some trippy
Hey,
shit.
you get Proverbs 20. I had a precept for you. This is Wisdom of Solomon 6 and verse. I'm gonna start at verse 6 because you was going into these celebrities and how they die and all that shit. And I'm just telling you now, bro, the Lord don't give a fuck. Proverbs 20. The Lord don't give a fuck about you niggas, bro. It says, "For mercy will soon pardon the meanest, but mighty men shall be mightily tormented." Right? This is verse 7. It says, "For he which is Lord over all shall fear no man's persons, neither shall he stand in awe of any man's greatness." The Lord don't give a fuck if you're a celebrity on this side, you got riches. He not standing in awe because, oh, you Tupac. Okay, I'm gonna show you what I'm doing, this nigga. Come bring your ass on over here. I'm gonna show you.
Because keep in mind, the Lord control everything, right? He orchestrated that nigga's death, bro. I got a quick one for you.
I'm gonna finish it off. Yeah. So by him saying he don't stand in awe of any man's greatness, how much more us? Right? I don't give a fuck about you. Yeah. Jake see OG33 and they all happy and shit. Then they walk up to the brothers in New Orleans and this shit. Oh yeah, you want me to show you your what's going on? You know who you are, huh? We not standing in awe like, oh, can I get your autograph, man? Fuck out of here, bro. Watch what it says. It says, "For he hath made small and great and cared for all alike," bro. Well, yeah, that was it on it.
What's that last part up?
It said, he had made.
Well, I got big precept.
It said he had made small and great. He made all things, and he carried all for alike. And that's what the scripture say. What it's one. It say in Ecclesiastes, all things come alike unto all. The sun rise and shine on the wicked. The sun rise and shine on the just, man. Amen. Hey, all of you motherfuckers gonna see death eventually.
I got one real quick. This is 2 Ezra 9:22. It says, "Let the multitude perish." Then
that was one thing.
And what does multitude mean? The majority, man.
Great mass of people.
The great mass of people, man. Let them perish that were what?
It says, "Let them perish." Mean let these motherfuckers die.
So like the multitude of people that you got walking around America across the four corners, because we know Israel was scattered across the four corners. They're walking around in vanity, man. They were born actually for vain, to die, for judgment, just up until this appointed time. And it tells you in Revelation, the Most High, Yahweh Shai, whom the world really calls Jesus Christ, he's going to come back and behold all those that pierced him, man.
Yep.
So you got people that were there in the Roman captivity, spitting at the Most High, casting spirits into them. They're back here in America for that judgment, man.
Nah, bro.
It says,
Walking this earth, you got it. That's a lot.
it says, let the multitude perish then,
Quality.
which was born in vain, and let my grape be kept, and my plant for with great
But let
labor
my
have
what be kept?
my grape.
My grape. And
The elect.
who's the?
The
There
elect,
you go. Right?
you know? The elect of so-called Negroes, Latinos, and natives, you know?
That's right, huh?
It says, for with great labor have I made it perfect, man. You know, with great labor, all the bullshit we catch out here, you know, laying down our lives, that's how we're going to be made what? Perfect in love,
That's how
man, for
we're
y'all
gonna be
about to
remembered.
outside.
That's what we're going to be remembered for, because the Lord said, hey, don't let another man speak of your greatness and the things. Don't you
Proverbs
boast
20.
up and be proudful in yourself, because, hey, he that uplifted himself, the Lord said, I'm going to bring a base. It's for the Lord to glorify you and bring you up, man.
Yeah, because you got your own personal story.
Yep.
I see Lafayette, Yeshua, and Chicago. Yep. We all have our own personal stories and hells we going through, man. And Lord willing, if we're that number, we're written in the book of life. We're gonna have a memorial in the kingdom saying, look, Lafayette, look at all the things he went through, been through, man. This guy's a legend, man. We're legends out here, man.
Ain't that song?
But we're not legends for going out and being like, yeah, you want to speak on this mic? Nah, man. We're going out and doing these works, man. Because these works are going to get you far more than what we're seeing in the society, man. The society is crumbling and tumbling down, man. You got wars and rumors of wars. You got pestilence. You got people taking this juice, all right? You got people that are going to take this MOB. And what? Everybody's searching for answers, but the answers are within this book, man.
That's why Matthew tell you all Israel really seeking after a sign, bro.
Yeah.
The
Jews
prophets,
seek after a sign.
the prophets are that sign, bro.
And what makes
Because if the sign that you need to see that miracle is us waking up from that dead comatose state that we was in, you know. So now, guess what? You wouldn't need no sign if the prophets went out, right? So now that the prophets are out, we're telling you of the things to come. If you don't want to listen, that's on you.
Yep.
You know?
And what make it more beautiful, like the brother's going into, you know, seeing our names in that book and on that wall, man. You know, a person that goes from broke to rich, people glorify that because they seen what he was.
The story.
So people see what we are now today, being low, busted, broke, sweating on the highways and hedges, reading out of a book that nobody ever really believes in, right? To see him go from that estate to being the creme de la creme, the top.
How is he number among the
How is he
saints?
number among the
Wisdom of
saints, man?
Solomon 5.
I got this right here for you, bro. Hey, this is James 2, and I'm gonna start at 1. My brother, have not the faith of our Lord Yahushua Mashiach, the Lord of glory, with respect of persons. For if there come unto you assembly a man with gold ring and goodly apparel, and there come in also a poor man in vile raiment, and
Now,
ye
that's
have
a distinguishment. It's making a distinguishment between a man that's coming in his apparel, goldly apparel, meaning what to this world? He's got substance. He's got power. Because what? Money is power. It don't matter if you look like Quasimodo. If you come out with a big phone block of money in your hand and you walk around downtown Lafayette, you're going to get a whole bunch of people walking out behind you, man.
Here's an example of that. Flavor Flav.
Come on through, man.
He was Flavor Flav is one ugly motherfucker. He's ugly, bro. Hey, because he had that, you know, that goodly apparel.
Hey, what did you say? Clean, baby.
Yeah.
Spinning ears.
Yeah, he was. Yeah. Check it out though. But all the shorties, they wanted to get with him. But at the same time, if they would have
because of not what he knew up here,
because of what he had.
And that's why the scriptures say, never mind. It say, matter of fact, I'm gonna quote it. It's a proverb. I think it say what it says. A man to a whorish woman cometh as of a piece of bread. That's what they see.
God, brother. Hey, look. It says in verse 3. It says, "And ye have respect to him that weareth gay clothing." Gay goes into beautiful clothing, something good to look upon. It says, "And say unto him, sit down here in a good place."
You see, so you're not really fucking with him because you really fuck with him. You
fuck with him because of the way he
looks.
Yeah, he got money. He's shining. All the shorties want him. Yeah, man, they gonna want to get with him. Check it out. It says, sit here in the good place and say to the poor, which is us. You know what I'm saying?
The lowly.
Hey, stand out there and sit here under my footstool. All right, and that's what they say. That's what they say unto us, man. Men of the Lord that's coming out week in and week out. You know what I'm saying? To bring forth the ministry of Yahweh Shem outside. They look at us as like we ain't shit. But just because we not out there on somebody rap video like, "Get it back in blood." You know what I'm saying? We not doing that. That we looked at as if though we're not nothing. All right.
Hey, I reverse 5. What's up, man?
All right, brother.
Reverse 5.
I was reading. I'm gonna read 4.
All right,
It
go.
says, "Are ye not then parcels in yourselves, and are become judges of evil thoughts? Hearken, my beloved brethren, had not the Most High chosen the poor of this world, rich in faith?" Hold on. He say the poor of this world. All right, now is we not the poor of this world, but what? We are rich in what? Faith, bro. Because how we rich in faith? Because we believe that our Savior is coming back to deliver us, man. That we believe the missile's gonna hit the planet Earth, man. That we believe what? That our Savior don't look like that. He look like one of us.
And that faith,
What makes you rich though? You have abundant.
Come
So
on,
we
bro.
got abundant wisdom, understanding.
That's right.
and that's what I was
You know,
gonna
that's
say.
all that matters, bro.
That faith makes you rich. How? Because he said, "I believe, therefore I spoke." So by you
Right.
speaking, that means you're doing what? You're storing up your riches and your treasures in the
Come on,
kingdom
bro.
of heaven.
That's what I was gonna say.
This don't go unnoticed from the Most High, man. So when we make it, hey man, we're rich. He say, "Look, I know your poverty. I know how poor you, man. You rich, man.
All right. And it says, "And heirs of the kingdom,
Heirs of the kingdom."
which he had promised to them that love him." All right. To them that love him. Okay.
How you love the
So
Lord?
how you love the Lord? You keep his commandments to the best of your ability,
And who
man.
was it promised to? His elect.
Come on,
Hey,
bro.
hey, you love me. Not everybody love the Lord, bro.
Yeah.
And I have one to say, you know, you was going to that rich man, you got a rich man, and you got a poor man. This guy looking all good. The scriptures tell you that to whom a man giveth riches, wealth, and honor, he give him not the power to eat thereof.
Come on, brother.
So he's really broke. Because all of this shit gonna vanish away. But this is what it's at.
And that goes back to what the parable of the rich man and the poor man with Lazarus.
That's
Feel
the rich man. And
Come on, bro.
the dogs that licked the swords, man.
Come on, brother.
That poor man was Israel. That rich man was Esau, and them dogs that came was licking the swords to other nations, man.
Come on, brother. Because
Ishmael, Moab,
Mhm.
all right, Elam, all
Ammon,
those
all
other
these
nations,
motherfuckers.
Ammon, man. They
Because-
lick our swords. They extort us, man. You got it.
when you go into one of these Arabian they stores or one of these coops, you know what I'm saying, the Lord manifesting themselves. You go into one of these stores, they got snapbacks, do-rags, jerseys. Now your favorite NFL teams. Who go in the store and buy that? Jake.
You go in these so-called Chinese nail shops. They do your nails, but do you ever see them with nails and fake hair?
Negative.
Do you ever see that?
And if you do
Gotta
see them,
precept.
It be them motherfuckers.
if you do see them,
It be
they
them.
take.
It be them motherfuckers in your buying saves and wig product stores, man.
Yeah.
Come on, brother.
It be them.
Yeah. And they would
reap
actually
the
rich
benefits.
off
That's
the back of check.
why, that's why they call them with
They-
fat health,
yeah,
man.
they-
Come over here and benefits.
Yeah, that's why I said the Ravens should not be did that anymore. But look, they the motherfuckers you see at your buy for less at your corner liquor stores and shit because they know y'all broke as fuck. So we're gonna put this liquor out here because we know y'all in misery. We got this drink for y'all. Y'all come over here and spend y'all substance. And then y'all have to go work for some more. Y'all go work another motherfucking week. And then when the weekend come, you gonna come buy some more liquor, go broke some more, and you wondering why you ain't got shit.
And peep it out. They gonna sell you what? Pork at a discount price.
Yep.
And they took their crafty counsel against us because they know the 1st and 15th coming around. They're going to stock up on those days, stock up on that tobacco, stock up on the alcohol, and get you jakes in there. Man.
All throughout the year, you ain't got no motherfucking chicken on the island. All throughout the year, you ain't got no meat on the island. It's barely meat out here. But soon as one of your weak-ass holidays, fake-ass holidays come up, you got all kind of shit. And to show that they shoot properly is because when you look on a pack of meat, it can say chicken and beef. When you read that just say wrap and pork case.
And peep it out, huh? And why is it that Jake can go in the crawfish and buy with his EBT card, his food stamp card?
Yep.
He can buy crawfish and abominable food on our nation. They make it lawful that they make it lawful that you can go in there with your EBT card, money from the government, and you can swipe it and buy you a couple of sacks of crawfish, and it can be cooked. That's the only food that you can buy with your EBT card that's cooked.
Yeah.
That's why, I like to bring out, like, you looking for so-called Lent season. Motherfuckers to give up eating meat, but they'll eat what? Abominable food, shrimp, crab, lobster, pork.
Yeah.
How you say you're giving this up to the Lord, but you breaking His commandment?
It's not meat, it's seafood.
That's
Yeah.
Boy.
Got a precept, huh? This is Ecclesiastes 10:6. Folly is set in great dignity,
All right, bro.
and the rich, speaking about us, the Israelites, sit in a low place.
Yep.
I have seen servants upon horses and princes walking as servants upon the earth.
Right.
So what you have is ultimately the great role reversal, man.
Yep.
This is what King Solomon, which ultimately was Yahweh Shah, man.
Yep.
This is what you saw him. He ultimately saw us here in America, man.
Yep. And he also said that Solomon was speaking in Ecclesiastes also, man. And we know that the things that Solomon was doing was basically running tests. Right? He was searching our wisdom, and he said, man, all of this shit that I see under the sun is vanity and vexation of the spirit, bro.
Right.
So, 1 Samuel chapter 2, the point is in 8, but I'll start at 7. Start at 6. All right. 1 Samuel chapter 2 and verse 6. The Lord killeth and maketh alive. He bringeth down to the grave and bringeth up.
And this is, let's start at that point, man. The Lord killeth and maketh alive. Now, the Lord have made ultimately Israel to become real low. That was him what? Killing us, man. Putting us at the lower state. Now, when you look at Sirach 2, it says what? Be patient when you are brought to a lower state. Yep. And that's ultimately when you go to Luke, it says what? In your patience, possess ye your souls, right? So right now, we have ultimately that time, that grace period of receiving that mercy to what? Make everything right, man, so that we can be delivered. Go ahead.
The Lord make it poor and make it rich.
He make it poor and make it rich. We're poor, right? And then what? The Lord gave us that increase of wisdom, knowledge, and understanding. And that faith, that's what making us rich. And ultimately, on a physical aspect, yeah, we're poor right now, but what? The Lord says, store up your treasures in the heavens, man.
We rich in faith,
you know? You're rich in faith, bro. That's all you're going to need, bro. Yeah. Because money, what the scripture tell you, what riches shall not profit in the day of the Lord. Right, bro? Yep. Go ahead.
The Lord make it poor and make it rich. He bring it low and lift it up.
He bring it low and lift it up. And that's what you're about to see amongst the elect, man. Yeah, we're lowly, but guess what? Everybody is going to come and seek wisdom, knowledge, and understanding of Yahweh Shem Yahushua by way of the prophets, man. That's why I tell you what, they're going to have itching ears, man. You know, they're going to constantly run to and fro to see who our real men of the Lord are. Yep. Go ahead.
Verse 8, he raises up the poor out of the dust.
That's out of the dust, man. Going right back to what? Ezekiel the 3rd and 7th chapter, right? He raises the Shalom. He says what, man? He raises the poor, all right, out of the dust, man. Basically quickening our spirits. Quickening our spirits, man. Go ahead.
And lifted up the beggar from the dunghill.
That same as the brothers just referenced with what Lazarus and what you call it, man? The rich man, right? He's lifted up that beggar, man. Because we understand that the only one that we need to be calling and seeking after is Yahweh Shem Yahushua.
To set them among princes.
You see, to set them in a higher state again, man. To ultimately put it to where bring us in our natural state, you know? Yeah.
And to make them inherit the throne of glory.
To make them inherit the throne of glory, man. Because why? It was promised to us to inherit it. Yep. You know, it was promised to Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob. How are they going to get it, man? By way of what? Having prophecy unfold. All right, time passed. And it tells you in Daniel 12 and 13 what? Everyone is going to stand in their lives at the end of days.
That's right.
You see? Go ahead.
For the pillars of the earth are the Lord's.
The pillars of the earth, the pillars of the what? The earth are the Lord's, man. Who are those pillars, man? That's basically Israel, man. Yep. Now, it says the pillars of the earth, man. Now, when you look at a pillar or a boulder, when that's deep down in the ground, it's unmovable, right? And what does a pillar do? It supports. So ultimately, we're going to support and ultimately gain total control over the world, man.
Yeah, because I think it's in Revelation, I will make thee a pillar in the temple.
Yep, that's right.
We're going to be made manifest, like the brother was saying.
Hey, God, brother,
right now, today, soon to come.
Right now, they say right now, today.
If I can add, he say he's going to make pillars in the temple. And what's this right now? This is the temple of Yahweh Shem Yahushua. Right. And he make each brother a pillar in the temple, man.
And like the brother,
and being what deeply rooted.
That's right. The brother say, like the brother brought out, man, a pillar is deep down in the ground and holding up that temple, man. Yeah. Whatever your talent is, man. Yeah. You know. Go ahead. You got it.
And he hath set the world upon them.
You see, he has set the world because what? Without the elect, the world won't be brought back, bro. Yeah. Without the how is the world going to be brought back? By where the elect obtaining the kingdom, and they're going to be brought back in the kingdom, bro. Keep going, Doc. Keep going, Doc. Keep going. And we'll close out, you know, on a certain point. But keep going, Doc.
Verse 9. He will keep the feet of his saints.
Ultimately, Yahweh Shem Yahushua is going to keep the feet of his saints, keeping us what? Walking in the upright manner. Going through what? That straight and narrow gate. Right? Go ahead.
And the wicked shall be silent in darkness.
And the wicked shall be silent in darkness, because they're going to have a lot of traps that they're going to set out for us. But keep in mind, the Lord is directing our feet. We're not going to go and be overthrown by evil.
Yeah,
go ahead.
Because we we've been around in this darkness. We're the only light beings, man. We have the light. So while him guiding our steps, he gave us the light that we can see. Ooh, come on, not hitting that. Ooh, come on, not hitting that.
Go ahead, that's right.
Nah, that was it though.
Hey, like the Lord said in Acts, he said, I go out and be a light unto the Gentiles. Yep. And because we was all once Gentiles, bro.
Yep.
Yeah, because we had that we was Hellenized that hedonistic mind state, man.
That's why the Lord said, what Proverbs 6:23, man, for the commandments of the lamp, the Lord's light, and reproofs of instruction are the way of life. We got the way of life, bro. We can see not to go this way because that'll mean you'll be going off.
Bro.
Go ahead.
For by strength shall no man prevail.
You see, so by Yahweh Shah directing our steps, he said, for by strength shall no man prevail. What is Edom coming with? Carnality, his strength. That's talking about Esau. Because what? The Lord referencing us to those pillars. We are deeply rooted. So you coming by your physical strength, that's not going to do shit to us,
You're not pushing that down.
You're not pushing us down, bro. The Lord is coming with magnificent force and power, bro. So by strength, you know, your carnality, you trusting in yourself, your U.S. force, your armed force, that's not going to do nothing to us, bro. That was it?
Oh, then you got verse 10.
Go to verse 10.
All right, verse 10, 1 Samuel 2, verse 10. The adversaries of the Lord shall be broken to pieces.
And that's exactly what you people are about to see, man. The adversaries of Yahweh are going to be broken to pieces because what? They're going to try. They have so much pride. They're going to come and try, bro. They're going to try to basically prevail by their strength. It's not going to do shit to us, bro. Wow, we're fighting a spiritual battle, bro. You know? And Edom, you already fucking lost, right? You already lost, bro. It's already been written, bro. Ezra saw us getting those crowns from Yahweh Shai. So it shows us who is going to win in the end, bro.
Yep, bro. And see, and the brother said, and they shall be broken in pieces. That's why whenever the Lord said, he said, hey, it was written in a place, Isaiah 14, I believe, he says, how is hell meet thee at thy coming, man?
Yep.
You know, how is that come weak as us, man? How had the worms covered? Why? Because your whole power structure going to be what? Broken pieces.
Yeah, going back to that Daniel stature, bro. It's breaking, bro.
It's ultimately being broke right now through what? The mouth of the prophets. Then Yahweh Shai gonna come in his glory and physically destroy you.
That's what he said when he asked that question. He said, "What? Because the golden city ceased. You see, the golden city. This place is gonna crumble, man.
How has that been a golden cup in the Lord's hand?
That's why I say, I'm gonna break the staff and the scepter of the rulers, man. I'm gonna break that root because of staff, and when you put that down the ground and show I'm power, man. I rule. This is my shit, man. And the Lord said, I'm gonna break that staff, man.
I'll break in peace the horse and the rider and throw them into the sea, man. Yeah. The sea of fire.
Yeah.
That's like 1 Samuel 2 and 10 again. The adversaries of the Lord shall be broken to pieces. Out of heaven shall he thunder upon them. The Lord shall judge the ends of the earth, and he shall give strength unto his king.
That's right, man. Strength to who? To Yahweh Shai, man. You know, because Yahweh Shai is ultimately going to be that great and righteous governor, man. You know, and there you have it. That's all it is, bro. They talked about a time afar off. That's going to happen in this time, man. Yeah. You know? So with that, ultimately, hey, just wait on it, bro. The scripture tell you what, throw a tear, wait for it, man. Yeah. You know, so with that, man, Lord willing, you know, this is edifying. We're going to face these, give all praise, honor, and glory to Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahweh Shai, Ba'ashem, Harakapadas. Double honors to the elders and apostles of great mills, doing the well, and much peace, safety, and blessings to the hopefully elect throughout the four winds, which is truth and sincerity and diligence. Till next time, Shalom.
Shalom.
Baba Ba.
Baba Ba. Kwam Yashala.